Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, please join us for Schofield's Flowers Podcast, episode 17. Hey everyone, it's Steve Schofield here from Schofield's Flowers. As you know, they call me Scof.
And I'm Chris Fratterigo. People call me Fratty.
How you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing good, but people call me Fratty, Scof.
Oh, damn it, Fratty.
Steve, where are you talking to us from?
I'm in the dark, man. No, I'm in Chicago.
Oh, that's right.
I'm working on a installation, experiential piece here in Chicago. Absolutely amazing in Grant Park, and it's for the movie The Chicago 7 Trial, and
awesome.
It's an art exhibit in the park where they actually had the 1968 Democratic Convention and the riots went down and everything. So the movie's by Aaron Sorkin, who did Networking, and he's a fantastic director. The movie's out today, so you should take a listen to it, or to go on Netflix and watch it tonight. It's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I actually saw the trailer weeks ago for it on Netflix, and I assumed it was something crime related, and I was like, oh, I'm going to jump in on this, and I'm watching it, and obviously it's not necessarily like a true crime story like I was expecting, but then I just got sucked into what it was, and I got excited, and then I heard you were a part of the project.
Yeah. It's a game changer. It's a great piece for us. I think we're going to win a ton of awards. And I'm just super excited. Be back in my hometown. We went out last night to Gibson's Italia, and it's on the right on the river on Canal Street. The food was amazing, but we had steaks this big, right? And desserts this big, and the martinis are this big. Everything's that big in Chicago, right? It was just insane. We had a back booth indoors too. So we sat behind a bar, had 4 of us at a booth. We're all COVID checked and everything. So we're all being careful. We're wearing our mask and everything. And from there, then we went home, and then none of us could sleep because we ate so much damn food. I went through 2 packs of Tums, I swear to God.
Oh.
And all I cared about is like tonight we're going to go get pizza at Lou Melinati's, best pizza in the city. Oh,
have you been able to go to the Gino's East that was in up in the valley yet?
Yeah, we've been going there, but I don't think the food's as good as it is at Gino's East Chicago, because people say that the pizza is so good here because of the water. The water's as good as drinking as any water I've ever had out of a bottle compared to any other city I've ever been in. I just walk up to the faucet and stick my mouth on it, hit it, charge, and then my cheeks blow up, and So
that's not really the only time that happens either.
Yeah, right. So tonight, I don't know. I'm going to stop by. I'm going to definitely get some Tums, and I'm going to definitely stop by and get some 7-Up or seltzer or whatever. And now that we're talking about food again, of course, we have a special guest today.
Yes.
We have. He was on our show a year and a half ago, and he was fantastic. And we actually, when we were videoing, we did it at my son Stefan's house in the kitchen. And we've got Chef Kwaz on today.
All right.
And I'm so excited. And I didn't tell Squaz. I didn't tell Kwaz, but I called up Jeff, the 420 chef.
Yep, and he was on that episode too.
And he was on the episode. We sort of did it. We did that episode together with the 2 of them. But I felt like we needed to give each their own situation, and I think it was warranted. But I also wanted to make sure that the 2 of them could say hi together, and they really hit it off. And it was really great to get Jeff, the 420 chef, on. And so it's just, they're great guys. And I mean, the food that Kwaz cooked for us, oh my God,
those ribs, I still just dream of getting more of those. I could have eaten that whole plate, but there's 10 of us on site, and I think everyone was going back for seconds, thirds, fourths. So you had to get one in, quickly eat it, and try to go back for another one. And then the other one was the lemon chicken. That one was phenomenal.
I know. I was like, no, I didn't have any. I had bones sticking out of my mouth, and I kept of the juice on there for CBD. I was putting the stuff on it. Hey, chef, how many how many teaspoons or tablespoons?
Yeah.
Not tablespoons, Scof, teaspoons.
Oh man, you floated home that day.
Oh, I remember driving. Judy was driving home, and I was like, I felt like it was flying, dude.
Well, I think we should put a little break in right now. Everyone
Right.
watching, go eat some food, get full, because if you start watching the show when we talk to Kwaz, you're just going to end up being really hungry.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So enjoy the show, guys. Hey, everyone. It's Steve Schofield here from Schofield's Flowers. As you know, they call me Scof.
And I'm Chris Fratterigo, and people call me Fratty.
So, Chris, guess what? We've got Chef Kwaz on. What up, you all, as he likes to say. So we had one of our best shows with Chef Kwaz on our previous show we had back about a year and a half. And, we had him with Jeff the chef, the Jeff the 420 chef, right?
Yep.
Or Jeff or
Yeah.
Chef 420, Jeff, whatever. But
Yep.
we're adding some special sauce to your food back then. But it's so good to see you, my man.
You too, man.
You're like a dear friend, and the cool thing is that for anybody watching, I mean, we met at a football at the Sports Management Worldwide.
Yep,
And,
2007.
2007. That's crazy. And, I mean, the reason I went there is I wanted to get more knowledge about my kid was playing college hockey or playing AAA. He was going to go play college, and I was hoping he was going to go pro, and he did. But a lot of groin injuries and hip injuries and back. And the next thing you know, he's a salesman, and he's doing fantastic, and he's got a great family and all the above. And you went because you were heavily involved in football, right?
Yeah, I was a scout, and I ended up after I met you, the next month went to the combine, met Coach Tomlin, his first year there. So for 2 years after that, I was invited to the Steelers training camp to chart plays and got offered an internship. But my daughter started running track and doing real good, so I stayed home to support her and her sports and things like that.
And then how did you get into, were you always cooking, or how did you get into, because then we tried to stay in touch. Life is always busy, of course, when you're raising a family. And next thing I know, you're calling me, and you've become a chef, and you're traveling all over the world, and, cooking for celebrities and everything. And now you've got your own jerk butter, and, things have been good for you. Of course, the pandemic is hurting everybody, but, we'll get out of it, and it'll be back to business and everything. How did you get into the cooking?
Well, sports and food is my two favorite things. So I knew either I'd be in sports or be in food. So it was like a marriage made in heaven. So I actually cooked my first meal when I was 7 years old. I fried some chicken, cooked some Thai ramen, burnt some corn. My mother started crying. So I've always been in the kitchen. I think it's, for me, cooking is therapy. So after, doing the sports thing for a while, I decided to go to culinary school. So I went to the Cordon Bleu in Sacramento, and then everything just took off from there, man. It was a beautiful experience. I think I had like the time of my life that whole year in school. Just every day was something new. Was learning different things, and I'm a people person, so meeting different people and get to go on people's homes and cook and things like that. I never knew food was as powerful.
Kwaz, how did the singing chef, as you're known, come about?
Well, when I cook, I listen to music all the time. So it's like, food and music, entertainment. So I'm cooking, it's like, I just, sing to the food, or I just make different comments and things like that. And it caught on. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention to it. And people was like, I love it. And then people was like, they wait for a certain part of the video for me to say certain words or to say this and that. So it just took on its own flavor after that.
That's funny. So I'm assuming it tastes better when you sing to it?
Yeah, it does. Everything tastes better when you sing to
it. That's so good. I mean, I know you sent us some, like Fratty, I sent those different videos that Kwaz sent, and it was like, how am I going to eat this?
I know. It's bad. And I mean, luckily last time we were all together in a room, and you were able to cook for us. So, after talking about all the food that you make and, all that, we got to have some ribs, and So I think some chicken wings, and I just remember, I think we, to feed everyone in the crew, we all got like one bite, and it was just like, I could eat a bowl of this. And then of course Scof sends me, videos of just like lamb shanks and all sorts of good food. I'm just like drooling. I'm like, is it?
Yeah. I sent you the Mexican meatloaf, which is less like, I showed that to Judy and I was like, damn girl, you got to make this, and the chicken and waffles you sent the, the chicken and waffles with, that looked just like, that looked to die for. I mean, I've been to chicken and waffles over here at the place Roscoe's, which has always been fantastic for the pandemic, but I got to say that yours look much better, to be honest with you. And then you sent us the crab cakes with the jerk butter and everything, and then and then the pasta.
Stop, Scof.
Normally we drink on this show.
I know.
Because we've been talking about bourbons, right? Now, Fratty, next time we have Chef Kwaz on, we're gonna have to just have him prepare some meals for us and eat them while we're talking.
I know.
Yeah, there we go.
Kwaz, you need to make some and then like ship it to us, and then we can like reheat it while we're here and just eat it, and you can do all the talking because we'll just be busy eating.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll send the overnight express.
That's awesome.
That's great. And then what about the jerk butter? Tell me about some of these recipes. Like you've got like some specialty recipes that you've created, or what would you call them?
Butter
Sauces?
right here. It's right here, the jerk butter. How they came over.
Turn it, move it. Right, hang on,
there you go.
there. There we go.
Yeah.
That looks good. Yeah.
I got that, and then I just came out. I got to start promoting. I got a pesto butter too. Like,
ooh.
Wow. Well, turn it the other way. Just turn it right there. Yep, put it up the camera there. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I got that.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, so I came about, when the pandemic hit, it was like everything for me stopped, slowed down. So I was like in the kitchen being creative, and I was like, let me come up with something where people can use at home. Everybody gonna be at home, and it was just something for me for the love of food for me to bring it to your kitchen or your backyard, your patio. So it took about 3 weeks to a month to get everything right for the jerk butter. And it just took on a whole nother world of its own, man. It's going crazy right now. Everybody, I mean, I'm doing about 30 to 50 orders a week on the jerk butter.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's been a blessing. And I got a couple of celebrities, a couple of rappers that been picking up on it. And they posting videos on Instagram and Facebook Live and on Twitter. So it's going real good. I'm real good.
Scof, I feel like we're becoming like the rap podcast. I mean, we had Shagbag on before, and she's working with like Snoop, and I know last time we talked, Kwaz, you're working with was it
Ray Shrimmer?
Ray Shrimmer.
Yeah.
It's like, we're just gonna have to start putting out like rap albums or something.
No, it's good, man. It's good. I mean, you haven't really been able to go out and see anybody now, huh? You've turned down.
Nah. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I mean, now I think I feel more comfortable now if I have to go out because I understand what's going on now more so than before. Just mask up and got my hand sanitizer, got my Lysol, got my disinfectant bottle. So I feel more comfortable if I do have to go out when that time comes. I'll go out. I feel more comfortable now than I did before.
Yeah. We were talking about a little bit, before jumping on here, but how did COVID affect kind of your business of obviously there was a food shortage at some point where you couldn't get anything. How did something like that affect you as a chef?
It put everything on halt. I was cooking for a couple of Sacramento Kings, and I was getting ready to sign a contract with them to cook like 3 days a week, and I had a trip to Miami. I had a cooking show in Nashville, had some stuff in Texas, and when this COVID hit, it's like, and it just put a hole. And then and then at first, as the human side of me, I was mad and upset because like, how it is. You put so much work, you plant so many seeds, and then you stay ready to get ready. So when the things came, I was so excited. Then when this happened, so I had to fall back and just take my emotions out of it because it's something I couldn't control. But it's gonna come again. I'm just waiting. It's gonna come.
Well, yeah, you were like, didn't you win an award in Nashville and when you were in
It was
Tennessee?
in Philadelphia last year. I won an award for the
Okay.
National Black Chef Association. So I went to Philadelphia. I was out there about almost a week and traveled. It was fun meeting different chefs from all over the country. And so I did that, and going to LA and Atlanta and Vegas and things like that. So, but when this virus came, it stopped a lot of stuff. So, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay mentally, but I'm okay with it.
And you're,
Well,
I know.
Fratty and I, go ahead,
Go,
Frat,
keep
go ahead.
going, keep going, Scof.
Well, no, Fratty and I were, the whole goal for Schofield's Flowers is that actually was to, before the pandemic and everything, I've had my Schofield's Flowers social club. And so we were having people out, and we were meeting at a back bar of a buddy of mine, Lunetta All Day, and he has Lunetta All Day, Lunetta dinner, and Lunetta All Day, Lunetta at night, and then he has the back bar. And so we turned that into Schofield's Flowers Speakeasy, and we had people coming in, and people would order food. But Brady was like, "Man, we got to get that damn business going where we can, have our flower shop front and have a little jazz club, and then a speakeasy with food, and
Yeah.
And oddly enough, Freddie, I reached out to Sassafras, and they're no longer going, and we could rent that place out for like $3,500 a month. I was like, damn, So I
What a
said,
sweet spot. Such
what
a sweet spot.
Well, it could be the
nice.
flower shop on the
Yep.
outside. Did you come out that way? Did you come to our opening, Kwaz, or not? I can't remember.
No, I didn't come. No.
Okay. Yeah, we might have started talking a little bit later, but it was a great show, and we had a great time. But you know what? It's like the goal would be to have someday we could actually have that type of setting, where people come dressed up and come enjoy themselves, like put on their top hat, and the girls, get dressed up like in whatever they want, roaring 20s or whatever, and then have some great food back from the day, So I mean, I'd love to even get you out here to do when we can start cooking again, throw an event and do it at a ticketed event where, people buy and then they come and have dinner. And then we show off, and then we have burlesque and things like that. So
that'll be fun.
I'm going to get that going. If it's the last thing I get going in my entire life, I'm doing that,
Yeah.
So,
Scof, we can, I've got an idea, and we'll talk about it, I think, offline, but Orange County's opening up a little bit here, and there may be a venue that I know very well that allows for private rentals, and we could possibly do something down this way.
Nice.
I'd love to do it.
Yeah.
Till then though, Kwaz, what's a good dish that maybe people can make at home? Because I know a lot of my friends never cooked, and then things slowed down, and then eventually they were starting to order, or get to go food, or dine outside. I know things are here luckily opening up a little more, and hopefully we keep going that way. But more and more people, I think, started cooking. There was a flour shortage because people started making so much bread that became a trend. But
flour shortage.
What would be a nice easy dish for someone at home maybe to start cooking with, and can have a meal on the go?
Well,
using your jerk butter too.
Gotta get that at kwazandcook.com. You gotta get that. But something easy, you can start out with some salmon. Rub it down with some olive oil, but make sure it's cold pressed. Salt and pepper is probably the easiest thing to do, the seasoning. Anything besides salt and pepper, you just add an extra more flavor. But you can take with some salmon, cook it from about, I say, 8 to 12 minutes, depending on how thick the piece of fish is. Some brown rice. What I tell people, a lot of people don't like brown rice, but how I cook mine is I cook it with chicken broth. I put some scallions in it, some shallots. I like shallots because shallots is a garlic and onion together. It's real sweet. Put a sprig of thyme in there and cook that. And then, you can always go with a nice tossed mixed green salad, something easy. Get you some tomatoes, some onions. You get you some pecans or walnuts, strawberries, things like that. You can make a nice baked vinaigrette by that. Or, if you want to do some chicken, get you some chicken breast. You can pan sear for about 4 or 5 minutes, throw it in the oven about 375, about 3 minutes, take it out. You can have your brown rice with that, or you can have, some pasta. So it's a lot of different things you can do that's simple. It just depends on what you like to cook and, your preference of food and protein.
All right, I was looking for a pen and paper there. I need to start taking some notes. I was asking for myself. What?
I know, man. I know. It's my wife's a fantastic cook, and she loves cooking, and to have somebody that has your knowledge. I mean, your food has so many different. It's just like when I watch it online and your videos and everything that you post, it just seems like there's so much flavor to it, and like you said, I heard you go, "This is sexy, baby. This is sexy," and I look at it, I'm like, "It is sexy. Now get it in front of me."
Yeah. The flavors are important. And then for me, I like cooking different things. I might cook some Indian food one day, might cook some Asian, some Italian, things like that. So I like to cook a lot of different types of cuisines because at the end of the day, you never know what you're gonna cook for. So I like to stay ready, prepared, mentally for anything out there. So that's why you see a lot of different things from me, not just the same type of food.
Have you thought about ever opening a restaurant, or is it easier to just do a pop-up at times?
I think a pop-up is better. For me, I like personal and private because you can kind of set your schedule. It's more flexible. Because once you get a restaurant, you married to the restaurant 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And then for me, my son, he's active in basketball. My daughter, she runs track and she's into gymnastics. So I like to be there for them as much as possible. To their events, support them. So I like the personal and private better. Gives more flexibility.
Kwaz, last time we talked a lot of tailgating. Now that football season's back, what are you doing on Sundays?
Cooking, tailgating in the backyard. I think this weekend we play the Cowboys, so I might do some pesto butter salmon with some jerk butter shrimp. And I'm trying to think either do some linguine or probably some quinoa, something like that, with some asparagus.
And your address is what again?
I'm up north, Northern California, man.
Who's your team,
baby? The Seahawks.
Oh, that's right. Boy, they had a good game the other day, huh?
See that right there? See that tattoo?
Yeah. I forgot about that. Boy, did they have a good game. They look good this year. I love their coach.
Yeah.
I like
you a lot. That's right. So you a Bears and Fratty are Rams, right?
Yep.
Yeah. The Rams looking good. They looking good. Y'all look back to your old self.
Yeah. We're looking good so far. We played Buffalo, which surprisingly is looking good too so far. So we'll see. I think it's a good chance we can come out this week 3-0, and that usually sets a good tone for the season.
Yeah, 3-0 and healthy. Been a lot of injuries, man. So 3-0 healthy would be a good thing.
Yeah, my fantasy team felt it.
Mine did too.
I think I saw like 21 starters in our league went down last week.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah.
So, nuts. I mean, it's just like, who did Stefan? My son always has like the best years. I mean, their in is literally like, I think it's 1,500 each guy. So they're 1,500, and they're winning like 20 plus grand the winner.
Dang.
Like the amount of guys that they got in it, and he had luck with Indianapolis. He picked as his quarterback, and then he announces he's not playing. So he was like, "Oh." He did pretty good. I think he got second or third place last year, which is second's like, I don't know, 2,500, and last place is like, third place is like 500 or something like that. But the payoff is, he's won 6 out of 8 times.
Dang.
Wow. 6 out of 8 years he's won.
Yeah.
I think all these injuries just show that preseason is still needed.
It's very important. Yeah.
Ramp up period instead of going from practice to full game speed, and that's a huge difference. And maybe you could do it in hockey, maybe you could do it in baseball, maybe basketball, but football is just, it's too rough as a sport to just go from 0 to 100, and I think that's what you're seeing now.
Exactly. Yeah, it's too physical and violent just to be sitting around and just go play. You need 'cause a lot of stuff is, soft tissue injuries and things like that. So it's just accumulation. I feel bad for all the players who got hurt. It's terrible.
Yeah, yeah, and some of those injuries, they'll never be back playing football too.
Nah, they won't.
Do you see what was it, is it Kirk Cousins? No, not Cousins. Alex Smith
Yeah, he came back.
documentary, yeah, on ESPN.
Yeah, oh, that was
Like
crazy.
like Scof, I don't know if you saw it, but basically he got injured, and like at one point it was like, well, let's try to save his leg. Another
Yeah,
point it was
exactly.
like save his life.
He had
If
an
we have to
infection.
lose the
Yeah,
leg, yeah, he got an infection on his knee. It was a compound fracture, you
Wow.
know, and he's a quarterback, and it's like his plant foot, I think. But either way, I mean, a knee going out for a quarterback's usually not good. And then literally they were trying to save the leg. Then they're trying to save his life, and
yeah.
football was never on the cards at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And he just rehabbed it. He went to specialist after specialist, and they got him back, and he's playing football again, which is just incredible.
It
To the
is.
doctors, to his to his own Will. I think he went to like a facility in San Antonio, and it's like for military like blast victims. That's how bad
Mm-hmm.
his knee was. Like he may as
Wow.
well have been in a
Correct.
bomb
Yeah.
going off
Yeah.
around him. And so I saw he's back with Washington, which hats off to him, and obviously his whole medical team, like just to be able to save his leg, save his life, but now
It's
he's playing
amazing.
football again. It was pretty cool. It's on ESPN if you are looking for
Yeah,
something.
I've
Well, what
seen
about
that.
the quarterback from the Chargers? Did you hear what happened to him finally?
The dumb doctor tried to give him a shot and punctured his lung.
Yeah.
Wow.
Could have
Jeez. So
killed.
how long?
He could have
He could have.
died for that.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like,
Wow.
I mean, I'm sure the doctor is just like what the coach said. Anthony Lynn was like, mistakes happen, and he's a good doctor, and it just, you're in a tense situation, and you're trying to get players ready and whatever. But yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I
Wow.
don't know how long he'll be out. Do they have an estimation of how long
Like
he's?
he got a punctured lung, so
Yeah.
there's no
I
telling.
their rookie QB looked good though. I saw
Yeah,
I saw
Justin
Oh,
part of
Herbert,
that
he looked
game.
good.
Made some mistakes as a rookie, but for jumping in, finding out minutes before the game, he looked
Exactly.
pretty good.
Yeah, he did. He did.
yeah,
That's a big, strong kid. He like about 6'4", 6'5". He got a cannon for an arm. So
yeah.
Wow.
I like the way he's moving in that pocket and the way he just like stands up and he nails a guy, 20 yards out, dead center, short, tight end.
yeah,
I feel sorry for the other quarterback because, I mean, he could wind up
Yeah.
taking over. And here's a kid that was just excited as hell, won that position. And yeah, I say kid because they're young. They're in their 20s, right? That's in their
yeah,
prime. And to have your poor heart, to have your lung punctured, it just sucks. I mean, it's just like, but it's sports is a revolving door of players,
Yeah.
injuries, everything. It's crazy.
it is.
I saw it with my son, and you've seen it with football, being involved with the team. With who was it, Pittsburgh? You were involved with a
Yeah,
little bit. Yeah.
yeah,
So I mean, it's and Fratty, you played juniors in college. I mean, people just going through the door. It's just
Yeah.
there's
it's a turnstile.
There's another thing I saw was Ryan Kessler from
yeah,
the
it's a
Ducks.
turnstile.
Yeah. Ryan Kessler from like the Ducks, he was with Vancouver for a long time. And he talked about how getting the like cortisone shots, like, it was one of those things where he's like, he wanted to play. He knew the, some of the risks, or whatever, but and he ended up getting Crohn's disease
Mm-hmm.
from it. And they're like, and so he's advocating like, players will probably still take it, but at least give them the information of saying like,
Exactly.
here's the risks, here's what could happen. It's game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Do you want to play or no? That kind of a thing.
Yeah,
And who's going to say no? And they'll be like, I'll deal with that, later. But at least, letting them know. And now, he's had a few other injuries, like, had to get his like whole hip reconstructed, and so he won't ever
mm-hmm.
play again. But now he has 2 lifelong injuries, so to speak, that he has to deal with. And I think I'd rather have the bad hip than Crohn's disease.
Yeah, me too, for real. That's not good at all.
Who's your basketball team?
The Warriors, Golden State, baby. Stephen Curry, Draymond, Clay,
Oh
Splash
man,
Brothers.
yeah. So you've cooked for a few. I mean, those basketball players, right? You've cooked for a few up in that.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
must eat like they must just eat like massive amounts of food. They're so big, right?
Yeah, they eat, but you'll be surprised. A lot of them don't have no good eating habits. They like a lot of junk food. You'd be surprised, man. You'd be like,
Oh,
hold on.
really?
Oh,
Huh.
yeah. They like a lot of sweets. They like a lot of sweets.
Huh.
Who
But
was
who don't
it?
like sweet?
Who someone on the Lakers used to like have like candy jars in his stall.
Lamar Odom.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah,
He was
Jolly
like
Ranchers and all that stuff. Yeah.
in between like, halftime he'd be, popping some candy and then going back out and, you know, he was like sixth man of the year that year.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. He sure did. That's sugar. But then, but yeah, he loved the sugar. Twix and Snickers and M&Ms, and it was crazy. It was crazy.
What's your favorite? Talking about sweets. What's your favorite dessert
Oh.
to make? I've always seen
Um,
the food. I don't see as many desserts.
I'll make I'll make a sweet potato pecan pie. I do the sweet potato on the bottom, pecan pie on top. But my favorite is German chocolate cake, though. Oh, I
Oof.
love it. Oh, I love that. Yeah,
Yum.
that's my favorite.
Scof, you never see any of it because he eats it before he can take a photo.
Right, right. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
geez, please. That's just like, yeah. I like. My wife loves dark German chocolate cake too. It's like I'm more of a light chocolate, but I mean, a good scoop of ice cream on that, man. Oh man.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful.
Mm.
Good.
Mm.
Yeah. Matter of
Kwaz,
fact, speaking of that, I might make one. I might make one Sunday since you brought it up. I'll make a pie Sunday.
Kwaz, I know you've been working on a book or an ebook. How's that coming along? When can everyday folk like myself get that so we can start cooking like you?
My goal is October, sometime in October. So I'll let Scope know so he can let you know. I'll send you an email. But yeah,
All
my
right.
goal is October to get it out. I'm also working on a whole food plant-based vegan book too for people like that. It's food. Food is important, and a lot of this food is killing people, man, slowly. So it's good to have a balance what to eat. So I'm working on that also. So I'm excited.
Yeah, right around the corner, we're having the holidays come up. What do you guys have for Christmas?
Christmas we usually go out of town. We usually be in Atlanta for Christmas. So and I think Thanksgiving we going to my cousin's house. He lives in Porter Ranch, so we're gonna go down there and hang out. But for Christmas, usually it's like either gumbo. Traditionally, we got like gumbo, but for me, I like the buck traditions. Like it's like one Thanksgiving we had a fish fry. Because for us we eat turkey all year long, so it's not really special. So it just depends how I'm feeling. I might do some lamb shanks or some lamb chops, or I might do some Cornish hens. Like one Thanksgiving we were in the cabin in Tahoe, and we had Cornish hens. I did some hoisin glazed Cornish hens and all the other stuff like that. So like I say, we eat turkey so much, so it's not really a big deal for me to go get a 15-20 pound turkey just to cook for Thanksgiving. So I like doing something different every year.
I bet every family member invites you over to their
Wow.
house for the holidays. Hey, Kwaz,
Yeah,
why don't you come over here? Spend the holidays with us.
yeah. It's like it's like when I go somewhere, it goes from me relaxing to I look up, I'm in the kitchen. They all say, "Well, come, how you do this?" And next, I'll start doing this, and then they'll walk out the kitchen, go sit down. I'm cooking, so it's cool. I like it. Like I say, it's fun. I don't mind it. Food brings people together, so it's nothing like some good food and good people, things like that. So I like it.
I use that move with my sister on writing papers in high school. I'd be like, "Hey, can you proofread this?" And then she'd be like, kind of just fiddling with it and helping out. And then she's like, "Oh, and you got to do this." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go get some water." And I'd just like leave, and then I'd come back and be like, "Oh, my 3-page paper's now 5 pages. It looks good. Thank you so much."
Yeah. You got to trick them, man. You got to trick them.
Who did that for you in the Berg, Fratty?
I had sources.
That's good. That school is such a fun school, man. I miss it. That was like seeing my kids go there was awesome.
One of these
Do
days
it over.
I'll get back there
Huh?
for, I said one of these days I'll get back there for one of the alumni skates and go into Boston and get some chowder, you know.
Yeah.
Chowder. Good chowder, yeah. That's good. Good chowder.
Well, so what do you see after the pandemic? What's the next move before we get off the air here? What are you thinking?
Just get back out, man. I'm ready to get back out, and just to share my food and passion with the world and different people and meet different people. And like I said, I'm a people person, so this is it's hurt me a lot because I'm used to being around people and talking. So
Yeah.
doing that, and then my goal eventually, I like to get like a cooking show. Something it can start out small.
You
I
know,
don't care, but
I
do
know
something
we
like
talked
that.
about that. We talked about that, and it's just like things get in the way and things like that. But I know if you get a cooking show, and I know if you get that book, completed, it's going to be fantastic. I mean, I just love your videos, dude. I mean, the food is just like amazing. And I mean, how does everyone find you out there? What's the best way to watch your food on Instagram, and what's your handle, and what other ways they can stay in touch?
Instagram is chef_Kwaz. That's CHEF_KWAZ. Same thing on Twitter and Facebook, everything across the board. My website is kwazcancook.com. That's KWAZKAN cook.com.
Oh,
I
I
got
like
recipe. I got quality KKCs. I got recipes up there, and you can purchase my jerk butter and pesto butter. My seasons on the website is also. Email is kwazcancook@gmail.com. So it's KWAZKAN cook@gmail. And so you can reach me there and shoot me an email, and I'll glad to respond and answer any questions you have for me.
And then what is that's great, Kwaz. And then what's an average like for you to come out? You do a lot of private dinners and you'll come out and cook for folks and the whole bit, holiday,
Yeah.
whatever. Once we start opening up and things.
Oh yeah, I'll come to your house, and like I say, I'll come, and if you have a dinner party, whatever, we'll discuss over the phone, the menu and everything like that. We put it together, and I come out there and give you a beautiful experience, something you can remember for the rest of your life.
That's great, buddy. That's great. I see your band. I like it. Black Lives Matter.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's crazy what's happening right now in the world. It's just
Yeah,
we're all
it is.
all the same people. We've got the same blood. So, anyways,
Yep.
Fratty, anything else that you'd like to say other than let's get the Kwaz out to Orange County?
I
Yeah,
think
let's do it.
I think a show with Kwaz teaching you how to cook,
Oh, God.
would be fun. Like, does he burn it? Something like that.
Yeah.
I think that would be a fun show. But no, Kwaz, I mean, this was obviously great. It was great catching up again and hearing all
Yeah,
the
likewise.
exciting things that you're doing. I think next time, just don't leave us empty-handed with food. I mean, you talk about such good food, and I look at your videos and on the website. So we definitely got to get you out here and cook up some of these great recipes.
Oh yeah, let's do it. I'm ready. I'm
Yeah.
ready. Just a phone call away.
Yeah, Kwaz, when you're in Porter Ranch, make sure you call me.
Okay, I will. I'll give you a call.
That's right around the corner from, Sherman Oaks here. So I'd
Yeah,
love to see you, come by and grab a
exactly.
beer or go out, grab a lunch. Be good to see you, buddy. And
Okay,
once
I
the
will.
pandemic lifts, we'll get you out this way and we'll get some things going with you where you cook for everyone. And,
Okay.
we'd love to have you, man.
Yeah.
It's just fun to get back and do it again. Fratty and I, it was funny when I was just to end it. I was watching the Emmys the other day, and it's like, a lot of people just said, they just felt, I thought the Emmys went really well this year, and it was just, we want to have fun and
Exactly.
all this, everything, happening. I think one of the reasons that Schitt's Creek won as a comedy series was because it's hilarious and people need to laugh right now. And I've always been a laugher, and
Yeah.
and
My
Fratty,
wife loves that show. She's been watching it. I think she's probably seen it like 3 or 4 times through the entire series. Like, she watches that show nonstop.
Yeah.
And like, she'll have it on and I'll be doing other things and like I'll hear something, I'll just start laughing out loud and I'm like, it's not necessarily my genre of like shows. I like true crime or I like
Yeah.
dramas, action, there. But I'm just not even paying attention. It's making me laugh. So um yeah.
Yeah,
Like
the what's Jordan Peele's got some great stuff out there right now.
yeah.
He's got a
Yeah, he
what's
does.
this show? What's
There's
that?
one on HBO looks incredible.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
talking about Lovecraft Country?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lovecraft
that's
Country.
crazy.
I haven't
Yeah, I
That
like
watched
that.
it. I like
it's
waiting
good.
for seasons to be over and then I just like binge through it. So I'm waiting for
Yeah,
the finale and then I'll just watch it over a weekend.
yeah, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, it's good. They really had a nice tribute to Jordan Peele, and that guy worked hard to get where he's at. So, which we all work hard, but I mean, it was good to hear his stories about having to play, and it didn't go as well, and he had 30 people there, and was expecting more people, but he just got back up on the horse and did it, man. He went and got it, and
Yeah,
now he owns half. You go to Atlanta, that's where your family's from. His studio there is amazing, and
yeah.
just like it's just really nice to see him talk about like I don't know. Did you guys see the Emmys at all? Did you see them at all?
No,
No.
I saw
No.
pieces of it. I didn't see the whole thing.
So his grandmother gave him a blanket, right, when he left home. It had all these patches. And he was like, oh, this, and he said, I mean, no disrespect. I didn't realize I was disrespecting what was happening in my life. And I don't know the entire story, so I could be messing up a little bit. But, he says, I'm wiping my car down with it, and I'm using it to lay on and go underneath the car to fix or whatever. And he goes, and then, he went by an antique store. And in that antique store, there was a blanket like his grandmother gave him. And it
Hmm.
was that, and so he went in and he asked about the blanket, and the lady said that was made by an African American woman. That was, and each of the patches represent a piece of her life through slavery, and that's what his grandmother's blanket was about. And he was like,
Wow.
so and he went into all these chapters in person's life, and he goes, so that's why I'm here speaking to you, because we have to bond together, and this is a chapter in our life, and we have to look forward to trying to work things out together. And I was just like blown away at his speech. I just loved it. So yeah, it was good. So it meant a
Yeah,
lot. It meant a lot, and it meant a lot to him. And I think that was a
yeah,
big driving force for him doing so well. So I'm happy to see that, and I'm happy to see Atlanta being on fire right now with all the work they have going down there. And I don't know
yeah.
if
It
they're
does.
opening, but it's pretty cool. So well, anyways, all right. Well, listen, Kwaz, it's been great catching up with
Yeah,
you.
likewise. It was nice talking to you
Yeah,
guys again.
yeah. And then you'll be, seeing, Fred, you're going to cut in some of the nice food stuff and things like that too.
Yeah, we can, make some other people really hungry. I think
Yeah,
that's always good.
that's it. That's our teaser. We should just put out like a minute video and tell them if they want to see more, they got to come and subscribe.
Yeah.
Exactly, right?
No. All right. Well, listen, we're going to get you back on for sure. And
Okay.
thank you. And I'll see you around the holiday. Give me a call when you come
All
down to
right.
Portland Ridge.
I will.
Okay. And say hi to your
All
kids
right.
and your wife and everything for me, would you?
Okay, I will. Likewise,
All right.
too.
All right.
Give Wrigley a
Love
good
you,
hug
man.
for me, man. I
I
love you,
will.
too. All right, Fratty.
Bye.
Take care.
Okay, all right.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Wow, Freddie, what an interview, huh?
I just went and had a whole rack of ribs, and then I watched that, and I'm still hungry.
Yep.
I mean, I could listen to Kwaz talk about food and his rubs and the things that he's doing for just hours, and I just start daydreaming of food. I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, obviously his family's lucky, and he's going off and doing some holiday cooking for them. But man, my waistline, my waistline would be so affected if I was in the family with them.
Oh my God, I would never. Well, he's a big guy, so he came from, and he's an ex-football player and coach and everything. I mean, his kids still play in that, but yeah, while I'm in Chicago here, I'm going to stop by Twin Acres. So if you
Okay.
look at Twin Acres on Sedgwick, North Sedgwick, like 14 something 100 block,
Yeah.
number one place Frank Sinatra said ever for ribs.
Nice.
Yes. And I mean, all the top newscasters, baseball, football players, you name it, Dick, anybody, everybody goes to this little like corner pub.
Hmm.
It has the very best ribs and cheeseburgers. And oh my God, I can't even tell you.
Wow.
We're not going to hit that tonight after last night, but I know we're going to go for some pizza probably later on.
Yeah.
I'm
And
super.
there's uh two 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 tiki bars in Chicago that I've always wanted to get out to. So I'm actually
Oh,
wearing the shirt of one of them. It's
oh,
called
wow.
Lost Lake.
Lost Lake. I'm going to put it in my notes right now.
And then the other one is Three Dots and a Dash. And Three Dots and a Dash is actually the name of a very famous and classic tiki drink. And it is named in after the Morse code, which three dots and a dash stands as V, and V is for victory. And it was,
Huh.
like World War II Morse code that, when tiki kind of became popular was in the, early, mid 30s, and then kind of
Yeah.
flourished into the, late 40s and 50s. And then, so that's where they end up getting the name for that drink one. They named their bar off after it. And two great spots, from who runs them and their bartenders, and very modern, but respects the kind of the classic tiki vibes there.
Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna look it up, and maybe we'll go by there tomorrow or something like that. Yeah, we got a busy. I got a lot of changes that are happening. We got a busy couple things that are going down here, and the Bills are going across the street, and we're super excited. So I'm gonna wrap up this, and got to go up for another call with a company called Round Glass for a wellness project, and then go across the street and see how everything's shaping up. And they get up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning here,
Ooh.
and they're putting up all the stuff, and yeah, so we're super excited. And I just got to figure out how the hell I can post now, because they told me I can't do any social media. And I'm like, oh my God, you're kidding
That's
me.
all you do.
It's
You're
all like,
the
I told them I have a banner. I said, well, I was setting up a nice banner in the
Yeah.
park, offering out, stop by, see Schofield's Flowers Project, and stop by for some hot chocolate and the whole bit. And then my buddy goes, I know you. How big is the banner? I said, I don't know, size of the Empire State Building. It's the
Oh
wrap
man.
around the entire park, Chicago Park District, which is 26 miles wide and long.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a good year blimp going over the Jets. So,
You need to do remember like sports arenas for the longest time they would have the blimps going around in the
yeah,
stadium
yeah,
dropping like coupons and stuff.
yeah,
You
yeah. I
need
love
to
that.
set that up and put little Scof head stickers and just start
I already
dropping them
got.
around, and
I
the
got those
coasters.
stickers everywhere. I'm gonna maybe have a big sticker made, and I'm gonna put it on the Hilton tomorrow. Whoops! Don't tell them.
I'll cut that out so they don't know who did it.
But I called the Hilton and said, "Come on, let me have the front of your building, and I'll like take all the lights, and maybe what we would do is put a red carpet on the street, and then as people walk by, their feet would cause the lights to cause like different settings and music.
That would be great.
Wouldn't that be cool? And I mean that would be global." And I said, you know, Hilton's got enough money, trust me, right? So they can I borrow some money, Hilton?
Yeah.
Would you like to
Just a
donate?
few.
Could you like to donate to our podcast? We're supporting the Hilton Hotels today.
For $9.99 you can sponsor a Scof.
Yeah, for $9.99 you can't even get a room unless you break in.
That's crazy.
It's
We
crazy.
were down in San Diego, and we were staying at DoubleTree because my
Right.
wife loves their cookies that
Yep.
you get when you stay there. And the one that I booked at, we drive up to, and the whole building's closed, and they're rerouting us to one down the street that is still open. And we were like, what do you mean? They're like, oh yeah, we book here, but then we shut down. Should have gotten an email about it. And we're like, no. Luckily, it was like 5 minutes down the road, but
It's a
um,
classic. This is
yeah.
a fucking classic. I mean, this is
It was
insane.
crazy. And we were just like, we were literally just trying to get to our hotel so we could check in, change, and then we were heading out to dinner, meet
Yeah.
up with some friends. And it was like, okay, hopefully this isn't too far and we can get in and all that. But it all worked out. But it was just, I've never had a hotel just be closed like that.
Yeah,
It would,
yeah,
it,
yeah.
you know,
I know, crazy. All right, well, listen, I gotta fly. Thanks for everything, and I'll see you back in LA. I'm going to Detroit maybe to see some people. Go to a bourbon night that I'm
Detroit Rock City.
Motor City. Yeah, that's a city that just was coming back, and now it's got to be like, what the fuck hit me?
8 Mile. Let's go buy some property.
Yeah, right. There's a few strip joints I'll buy off the 8 Mile.
Rename. Just keep buying up like a whole little area there, and then get it changed to be called Scofesville.
Well, yeah, my buddy bought an entire seven houses for $1,000, and he redid the entire area.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that.
He blew out. He brought the house next door. I think he bought like 14 lots, and he blew out the lots. He made them like half acre lots that he had blown out the house next door, and then he redid everything.
Nice.
So, yeah, crazy. Rich. What the hell is Rich's last name? I can't think of it right now. But he's one of the funniest guys I know. All his houses are worth $200,000-300,000 now.
That's great.
He's living on real estate now.
And I'm sure the whole area is, redeveloped and more economical. Yeah. So, I mean, he made some money, but, the city's making money too now. So
yep.
It's good stuff. Well, safe travels. Right. Enjoy. And can't wait to see you back here in sunny California.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Joe. Stay tuned for bloopers.
All right, so here I go. This hot chick on my thing. All right. Hey, looking at Instagram at the same time.
Yeah,
I think she's fucking up.